If you haven't heard of my next guest, like me, you are in for a wonderful treat, like me. Toni Hunlo is my guest, and he came into my life just a short few weeks ago when my team suggested I have him on. Who is him? I asked. Well, once I started listening and reading about Toni, I certainly found out. Toni Hunlo is like no other Athens singer I've heard. You can't say a specific genre, but you can say everything that comes out of his mouth while he sings, performs in the spoken word, or the lyrics. They are some of the most thoughtful, genuine, and authentic, lovely, and sophisticated lyrics, in my opinion. Of course. I just met him, but I fell in love with him at first listen, with his own band or with Lighthearted. Athens has already begun to do the same. I beg you to go listen to him at a venue that will allow you to capture and take in the essence of Toni Hunlo. This is me talking to Toni. All right,
Damn.
so welcome to Athcast Music, Toni.
Thank you for having me.
I am gonna just fess up right at the beginning.
All right,
Okay,
tell them.
I've never heard of you.
There's a lot
I've
of people
never
ain't.
heard you.
Okay,
I've never met you.
here we go.
And I didn't even know you existed in Athens, Georgia
Until
until
now.
right now,
Right now.
this very second
Let's
moment.
go. The clock ticking. How much
Well,
time you got?
and
Here you
guess
go.
what? I've been listening to your music
Because you
for
had
days,
to.
and I think I'm in love.
Let's go. I
I didn't
appreciate it.
I didn't know that that would happen. I was a
Mm,
little surprised,
mm-hmm.
but I think I'm in love because I tell you what, I haven't heard anything like you in Athens, Georgia,
Oh,
or anywhere for a matter of fact. I mean, um, there's so much indie music, and they all sound the same. And Athens certainly does have the same sound in a lot of things. And I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting to hear the Athens sound, and it
yeah.
wasn't coming.
Yeah.
It wasn't showing
Everybody
up.
like rock music. And,
Well,
yeah, that's not a bad thing.
but you know, it. The reason why I was so surprised, I think, is also because, like, I'm always looking for a new Luther,
Mm-hmm.
and there ain't coming. He's not coming. A new Luther's not coming
Yeah.
either. But I gotta tell you, you're coming close.
Okay.
You're coming close. Not that you are going to be again like Luther,
Yeah.
but what you are is authentic, genuine. Your soul and your spirit comes through your music like nobody's business I've seen. And I'll tell you, we owned record stores for a long time. I was in the I've heard a lot of music, okay?
Yeah.
And I was so pleasantly surprised. I just really listened to everything I could.
Dang, I appreciate
I
that.
I know you. I was a little shocked. I
Yeah.
was a little shocked, but honestly, your lyrics, well, how did I put that? I have to find that.
Okay.
You had described yourself, I have to read this because as a mix of rock, R&B, folk, soul, and western.
Hmm.
Okay. But this is what I saw when some of your songs that you sung, I heard you walking towards Harlem and
Hmm.
doing a U-turn and going to the Lower East Side to the folk side.
Come on.
And that scene, and then stopped on a couple of jazz clubs and rock
Okay, right
clubs on the
on.
way.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay? That's how I saw you.
Okay, okay.
So maybe it's the same.
Yeah.
You do have a country flair to you,
Hmm.
but it is such it's actually like a new country flair.
Yeah, I say it's like eclectic. Like, I feel like for me, like, I definitely say it's like, I'm not trying to be on the nose with country. I feel like it's like what country is to me. Like, I'm from like further south, like middle Georgia.
Been there.
And so like it's Hawkinsville, Georgia. It's
Yep.
like outside of Macon. And so I have like experiences of growing up in a rural area that I just feel like that's what I'm trying to like the twang comes from that.
Yeah, well, you can't help it.
But
I mean, you
it's
don't
not
have a
and then
twang.
it's not it's nothing. It's like something real. Like I say, like I said, it's it's like what country is to me. It's like pretty eclectic. It's like somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, I can see you walking down the dirt road singing.
Mhm.
Darius Rucker worked for our record stores for 7 years because our stores were in Columbia, South Carolina,
Uh,
and I watched him churn around.
mhm.
And he was from the islands of Charleston,
Mhm.
so he was kind of in the same boat. And him turning country is a whole different thing.
Mhm.
And it was surprising to see that too. But you know, good change for him.
Well, what's funny? I think I was so sad when I saw I was watching country music CMT in like middle school. I was so sad when I saw um something about Darius Rucker because I was like, I told my mom, I said I'm gonna be the first black country artist,
Oh,
and then I found Darius Rucker, and I
yeah,
was like,
but
dang.
do you know who Charlie Pride is, right?
Which I didn't know. I
Oh,
didn't know
okay.
that, I didn't know
But
that
that's okay.
I didn't know like country music like really like has such a like a rooted history like within the black community like that is like
It does, and
sus.
unfortunately, a lot of black people couldn't make it known.
Yeah.
They didn't feel like they could sing.
Yeah.
Charlie Pride, man, he had balls.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Because I think when he started singing, the Green Book was around,
Mm.
where you had to bring a Green Book with you to see where you could stay
Oh,
and where you could go and eat, and
dang.
you know,
Yeah.
yeah, he was those days,
Yeah.
and then somehow walked right out of it.
Yeah.
Um, so, but I think you have so many things coming into your music at once, and that the country side of it, like I said, it's a whole different sound.
Mhm.
And there was one song, and I'm sorry I have to um, read because I I'm I can't remember everything right now.
Hey,
I was kind of like running
I ain't
around
gonna
with my
charge
husband.
it. I can't charge you
Um,
for it.
what was that song? Oh, shoot. Oh, when you know me, I'm just me. Is that what that song's called?
Uh
None of the YouTube songs had the name, so I had to.
uh
It was you could have been. Let's see. Yeah, when you know me, I'm just me was the song. That was a lot of the lyric. You
uh,
don't even remember your own song. Why am
I
I remembering it?
don't
Well, you
know.
need to go back and listen to that
Yeah, I might
because
have to go.
that was a great song. It was probably 5 years ago.
Oh man.
Sorry, but I told you I went back.
Oh, oh. Yeah. I'm gonna have to like figure that one out myself.
Yeah. Um, I don't think you know what you got.
Yeah. I mean,
I think you had talked about going through a time of comparison and like people comparing you to other people,
yeah,
and you didn't fit the bill.
yeah. Well, I feel like you walk that road of like you want to sound like somebody just so you find a place to like put yourself, and then at some point you just like, well, the main thing is just
Yeah,
sound like
well,
what you sound like, and just
sound what
try like I guess like in today's time it's like
that's
try
American
to
Idol
forget it.
shit.
Yeah.
You're trying to sound like somebody.
Yeah.
They're always saying, "Oh, find your lane."
Mhm.
Fuck your lane. You
Yeah.
you you sing so many different ways, and I'll tell you, your vibrato.
Mm.
I don't even think you know you do it,
I do it a little bit.
but you
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
And I'm always I can't. I like to sing, but I'm got a range about that much, and I even write a song every now and then. But
There you go.
um, but I cannot. Yeah, I go
As
any.
long as it matters, it's in your heart now.
Oh, it's in my heart.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, you just talking about doing things, uh, trying to find your way and where
Mhm.
should you be. You are in exactly where you should be. I really believe that. Now, do you need to have maybe a little bit more production or a little bit of stuff behind you? But um, probably. I
Mm.
mean, I'm not a producer at all,
Yeah.
and I just know what I like.
Yeah.
And so when I was listening to you, I'm like, this dude, where'd this dude come from?
Yeah.
So talk about growing up in that area and what did you do?
Yeah. I grew up in Hawkinsville, Georgia. It's like 50 minutes south of Macon. Um, I mean, a lot of like what I spent doing growing up was like just playing outside with my cousins. Like it's like a very rural area.
Yeah.
Um, where I'm from, I mean, I think our population maybe like just over like 1,000 people, maybe.
Wow.
I think it could be
Was it
3,000 too.
mainly black or was it
I feel like it's um more than likely predominantly white area. Um, but I mean, it could be like a 60-40 type thing. I don't
yeah.
know. Nobody quote me on that. I don't
Yeah,
know.
no, no.
I really don't
Well,
know.
it doesn't matter, but you're saying that it
But
was
I
mostly
mean,
that.
definitely like a you can say what it is. Like it's like it's South Georgia. So
It's like
I
South
mean,
Georgia.
so
Not much else you can say
yeah.
other than
But
that.
I mean, got started like in music like pretty early. My dad uh was the bass player at my church, so like he was my first bass player.
Mhm.
I think about that a lot of times. I'm just like, dang, like that's
Yeah.
kind of cool that my first bass player, like I was like locking in with my dad. But I didn't get a chance to like really like hop behind like I was a drummer first.
Yeah, I
So I
saw that.
didn't
Yeah.
like that's how I like really started out like in music was like drumming. But now I think about it, like I
Did you
always
have
had.
drums?
I didn't. I had drumline, and I had a composition notebook, and I had broken drumsticks or pencils, and I just like learned the cadences from drumline by ear, and
Now,
just
what
watch
is
what I saw.
Drumline? Was that a movie?
Movie, with Nick Cannon, like back in like the early 2000s.
Oh,
It like kind
really?
of changed, yeah. Like it made everybody want to be in marching band. And
S-
that's what and that's where that was the route that I went first. That was the only like route of music
Yeah, that's
that
how
I
you could get
knew.
through, huh?
Like I was just like, I don't know anything about like being I didn't know it's possible to be an artist, so a songwriter. It's just
So you were
all
in the school band
yeah,
as
in
a
school
drummer.
band, yeah. Started in 6th grade. Shout out to my band director in 6th, 7th grade, Miss Garnto. She like I don't know, she really allowed us to be creative at such a like an early age. Like
And
we
in such a small town to
in a
find
small
somebody like
town,
that.
she got us with I mean, by 8th grade you were feeding into like marching on the field with like the high schoolers, which was really cool.
Oh my gosh,
Um
you must have loved
I
that.
did. Like in 6th grade, I mean, I guess those first couple weeks, we like learned what rudiments were and all that. And then I just remember at some point, we like split up into groups and she let us create our own cadences. And that's what we would do. And like, for
Did you compete?
me, we didn't compete. Well, yeah, we did, but it was like friendly competition. And then once we competed, we all came together 6th grade, the 6th grade band came together, and we all wanted to be percussion. And then we played at a middle school pep rally,
Oh, cool.
and it was so cool. And and
Did you
from
puff your
there,
chest out?
I didn't puff my chest out, but it was. I mean, so I single A high school. This was a big deal because my high school marched one of the like biggest drum lines in Georgia for single A. Like we had like 8 snares, 4 quads,
I'm learning something here.
maybe
I
like
have
six,
no idea
seven.
that this is going on.
Yeah, it's like it was a thing. It was a thing like back in that time, which was like, man, I think I might have been in 6th grade, 2000.
And you carried it into high
Uh,
school.
yeah, I did.
Awesome.
Stuck with the drum line all the way through.
And how did you move out of high school without it?
Uh,
Did you
I
cry?
well by that time I had like picked up playing drums at my church
Oh, good.
that I grew up.
Shoot.
Yeah,
I didn't want you to be
so
without
like eight,
drums.
yeah,
I didn't want you
eighth
to tell me
grade,
that.
eighth grade. I think that was by the time I like was playing. Like my brother's a drummer as well, and he played drums, and he started playing at another church. And so like my mom, she'll tell you today, like she like looked up. She didn't even see me first. She just like heard me playing, and she didn't know it was me until she like looked up and like saw that it was me. But I was just holding it down. I was always been solid.
That
Always been
that is
solid.
that is very, very, very cool. Um, so what's your situation right now?
hmm
Like you are by yourself? Are you still playing with Lightheart?
I'm playing in like various other groups, like whenever I'm needed. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
whenever I'm needed. Yeah,
You
people
gotta go.
give me a
I bet
call.
you have to get a little drum fix every
I
now and then.
got I got to. I try to stay behind the kid as much as I can.
Hey,
Whoever
hey, do you need
calls,
me to play? I need to play.
whoever calls, I'm kind of there, especially if I'm available. But I work two full-time jobs though for the most part, or they're like split, like part-time for like full-time, and it's like it's kind of hard, like kind of keeping my mind
So
set on like trying to make a dollar, and then also like knowing that like my heart is like ultimately somewhere else
well, it
within.
is hard
Yeah,
and it isn't easy, but the way you're doing it is probably the right way. And so do you play just mainly around here? Where are you taking your stuff?
I have yet to like really take it on the road yet.
Oh,
I have
he's
yet.
talking my language
It's a
here.
it's a
He's
it's
got
a
me. He's got my head turning.
it's a slow process. I feel like, but I feel like I'm not trying to like just do it overnight. Like
Bang
I'm
out.
trying to figure out how to do it like in the most sustainable way. Like I would love to just be able to do this for like forever, honestly. Like or as long as it makes sense, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um every I probably always want to write a song, but like I love like being able to play live. I think that was like my favorite part about writing a song is getting to play
Have you
live.
recorded any of your stuff?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. I record with Tom Troutline, who
Oh,
has
oh, here we
also
go.
recorded a lot of
Everybody
people.
talks about
He's
him.
the guy.
I haven't met him either,
He's the
but I
guy.
know
He's
at
also
least I
my
knew who he
roommate too.
was.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
now I'm
no.
going to tell you something. People going to know who you are
Yeah, let's
because
go.
I'm going
I
to make
hope
sure.
so. I hope so.
No, I
Like
mean,
that is the that's I don't give myself enough credit in that vein of that. Like I know I want that, and but it's like a thing of like I guess just staying humble at the end of the day,
yes, always.
you know.
I used to tell Darius that too. Please, dear God, stay humble.
Yeah.
I told him don't sell your soul. I don't know if he did or not when he did that Burger King.
Burger King.
I was like, oh no, no, but he did
Yeah.
it. Um, let's talk about your day job.
Day job. Come on. Come on
What the
with it.
hell?
What the hell? What the hell? What the helly? What
I
the
always
helly
go.
young?
I always go. What the hell? Um, you're a barber.
Mm-hmm.
You cut hair. Let me see your hair.
No.
Oh no, it's not perfect, is
No.
it?
I'm really I'm mad that I'm like this camera on me right now. I'm trying to keep my
Well,
hat down because
okay,
I
okay.
bleached my eyebrows and yeah, you saw
Oh,
it.
I did.
Don't try to see it.
Oh no,
But
I know.
but
I won't.
yeah.
Can I ask you something? What? Why? Why did you want to do
Um
that?
I feel like it was I did it for like my future really. Like it's something I feel like I can come back to. Like I need it
Yeah,
now, to make a living.
yeah.
And it's also something that I can come back to
But
on down the line.
but it
Like
sounds like from everything I've seen taled about, you love it. Like you
I did,
love to
yeah.
cut
I
hair.
feel like it's art. It's another medium of art for me,
Yeah.
and like I see it under the same umbrella as music. Like it's another expression, and I'm figuring learning more and more every day of how to be expressive through it. Like you got to do something
S-
to.
So when you're clipping, clip,
S-
and are things mixing up in your head? Oh,
what
that
you
was a
mean?
good lyric. Ooh,
Oh,
he just
I
said
actually don't.
something.
I actually
Like
don't try
I'll
to
hear
write
something
write
and I'll
lyrics.
say, "Oh God, I got to write a song about that."
No, no,
You
I
don't do
actually
that?
don't. I'm either talking or not talking, or like not talking as in like my mind's just like totally quiet, and I'm just doing what I gotta do,
Do
just
they all
cutting.
talk to you like telling you all their problems and you
No.
know?
I feel like I'm probably a bad stylist, and I'm more so telling them my problems. When I'm trying to learn how to be a better conversationalist.
Oh, well,
Like when I'm
I
behind a
talk too
chair, you
much
know.
usually, but, you know,
Yeah,
that's the way it is.
and I don't talk. I feel like sometimes I'm talking to. So
Well, the thing is about talking, and because I did voiceovers in television and went to take linguistic classes to be not a Jersey girl
yeah,
accent and a kind of what you call
I love.
continental.
I love accents though.
I do too.
Like I love dialect. Like I
Oh, I do
appreciate
too.
everything about my dialect and accent when I'm around people who don't have my accent.
Yeah.
And especially like when I get like a phone call from like somebody from back home and then it just like brings it out.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the thing about conversation is you got to make sure that you're talking clearly and enunciating and
Mhm.
all that stuff. But you also have to think on your feet
Yeah.
when you're having a communicate. I mean, I was sitting here going, someone asked me the other night, I got interviewed this time,
Yeah.
and he said, well, what do you do when you don't know the person and you don't have any notes on them?
Yeah.
So what do you ask them? And I said, well, that's easy. What I want.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
ask them what you want to
What you want
know.
to know?
So
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing. Although I did do some good things uh by listening to your music and listening to some. So what do you think you need to do? I mean, if I were to say to you, okay, you cut hair so you make money. What do you do? What's your second job?
I roast coffee.
You roast
I roast
coffee?
coffee for Choco Coffee.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a local shop in
like
Athens,
the
Georgia.
real thing, the real deal of roasting in
Yeah,
oh
like
wow.
green beans, put it in the roaster, and then it's like it's a product. So I have a degree from UGA in agriculture, ag communications.
Oh.
And I worked with a youth organization, Georgia 4-H,
Mhm.
for about 4 years. 2 years being an intern, or actually it's 3 years. The first year being an intern. Actually, no, it was 4 years. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I spent some time as an
Yeah.
intern and finished out college and then came on as an AmeriCorps member. And that's what actually allowed me to like go to barber school is that I got an education stipend and I was able to use the education stipend,
Mhm.
go back to school. But this ag degree was I mean, I felt like I I wanted to be a plant scientist first, with soil science. I went to a HBCU in Fort Valley, further South Georgia, um, for plant science. I wanted to be a soil scientist. Did that a year. Changed my major to be an ag teacher because I worked at the summer camp, Georgia FFA. Shout out FFA, Future Farms of America. But it's not all cows and plows, is what I like to say.
Yeah, no,
Um,
right.
so
Cows, plows.
I worked. I did a lot in agriculture, and when I finally got to my major that I stuck out with ag communications, I saw it as like the artsier side of agriculture. Took a lot of photography classes, took like classes in like video. It just kind of like it's honestly a lot of stuff that I get to use today.
You have a lot of things going for you.
I
I
do a
mean,
lot.
you have to figure out.
One
All right,
thing.
here's
But
here's
also,
here's the
I know what
mother
you're
in
gonna
me
say.
coming
I know
out.
what you're gonna say. Come on, mama. Come on. I know what you're gonna
You
say.
have to put those things together. So,
Yeah. Okay.
and
Not what I
this is
thought you was
just
gonna
an
say. Yeah.
example, and I try not to talk about wrestling too much, but my philosophy has always been getting your face marketing.
Mm-hmm.
And with what you do, you can get into a lot of people's faces.
Yeah.
And you can do you have somebody booking you?
I don't. We small out here now.
No, I know.
We
I know.
small.
Well,
It's
that's what I'm
like
saying. I think you need to start thinking big.
oh I I at least want to think big for sure.
You
Like
because I
I
think
definitely don't
you
want to
have.
stay shut up in my own room. By
Mhm.
no means. Like I want it for
That's
myself for
just my
sure.
opinion, but I usually have some good opinions. Sometimes I don't,
I
but I'm
trust it.
telling you, with what you're telling me right now, is you got some stuff that you can put together, and if you just figure out how to market yourself, that is going to be your gift. If you can figure out how to tell your story, and we'll talk a little about this
Come on.
after this is all over, but
Mhm.
if that's the way I tell all the bands, you got to tell your story.
Yeah,
You're telling
for
stories,
sure.
amazing stories when you sing.
Mhm.
I mean, seriously, I have not heard a voice like yours. Where did that come from?
I don't know.
God gift, right?
I like to say I sing like my aunt.
Really?
I don't, but I like to say.
Oh,
Well, like so so this my dad's sister, my auntie Mary. I think I remember hearing her sing um like when I was younger in church, and she doesn't sing often, but she had the vibrato. She has like a lower register voice,
mm-hmm.
and honestly, I out of everybody, my most of my family is like on my dad's side, like a bunch of singers.
Yeah.
There's only one person on my mom's side of the family, like my uncle. He's a piano player and a singer
Yeah,
as
but
well.
your
But
ear heard it.
I heard, and I loved her voice more
Mm-hmm.
than anybody else. Like,
That's that's where it's coming from.
and who
Yeah.
knows? Auntie Mary might have did it for me. I
Mm-hmm.
don't
No,
know.
no, she's you
She
know,
might have. I don't even
she's
know.
walking with you
I
or
don't even
something.
know if she's heard me sing. To be
Really?
honest,
Oh
yeah.
well, let me
She's
tell
on.
you.
She. I post on. I mean, like I post on Facebook and all that, but I don't know if they like heard me sing. It definitely is like so far. Athens like if it's enough of a trip that like getting up here is like a lot. It's like it's 2.5 hours. So like a show usually is in the evening time, like
So
6, 7
where do
o'clock.
you stay?
I live in Athens.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So for them to come to hear you sing,
that's a
that's a long
that's a
haul.
trick.
So
Yeah,
guess what? Guess where you're going?
I gotta go home.
You gotta go
I
home.
gotta go home.
You gotta go
I
home. That's
gotta
where you
go home.
start.
Yeah, I
That's
would
where
like.
you
Yeah,
start. And
I want to
you
go.
know what? They're gonna start saying, "Holy moly!"
Yeah,
I was gonna say something else, but
you can
trying
say
to be
it.
nice. No, really. Um, so when you talk about, that this is going to be what you really want to do,
Mhm.
um, did you know that like the minute you started singing,
Um,
or
no.
was it the drums that made you
I
think that
think it was
maybe
the
you could be in a
drums.
band or
Yeah, I played in a band called Caulfield when I was in college, and with my boy Holden Ladin, and
Holden Caulfield?
we did
Okay.
it is those two.
Okay.
It is exactly what you think it is.
And when I saw it, I said,
It was
"Oh Lord, that's what that
exactly that,
is."
and I think I remember our first show that we played together. Because we just happened to get together. His girlfriend at the time was like one of my classmates, and she's like, "My boyfriend plays music," and I was like, "Cool, I play drums," and like y'all should get together. And I was like, "Cool." It took us like months to get together, but we
Yeah.
finally did. And first time playing in a room with him, like we just understood each other. Like it was just one of those moments. It's like a light bulb going off. Like I don't know, you just felt it. Um, and I remember after our first show, I was definitely pretty drunk, but I was so stoked, and I was just like, man, we gonna be. You just feel like you're gonna be famous, man. It's like that's
Yeah.
you don't really have like, any other words for it. They're more other. They're definitely like it's like man, it was amazing. It's like you want to do this. You want to do this forever. It's not about the fame at all. Like I don't even think I care to be
Neither
famous,
is this.
but it's just all about just like man, getting to wake up and like doing it again. That's all you want to do, and that's why I felt. I was just like man, I just want to do this again, again,
And
again.
again. And you can.
That's it. But
So you got to go home and show your people
yeah,
that you
I'm gonna
sing.
text my mama right now a video
Yep.
and be like, send this to
Yep.
everybody right now.
But you got to go sing to them.
Yeah,
You got to go sing to them. And then those little fingers start
it's
going out.
spread. It's spread.
You know,
It's
I
spread.
I come from a family of 10, so I was the ninth and my twin was the 10th. By the time they got around to us, man, we didn't get any guidance or anything
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
My mom died early
yeah.
and but you got some special guidance behind you. I don't know if you really know it, but you
Mm.
do with your auntie and your
Yeah,
mom,
they
and
all
they taught you the right way.
it's yeah. I feel like I live and I write based off of a idiom,
Mhm.
and anything that they've like said to me is like based off of that.
With me when I'm a shitty songwriter, but I
Mm.
do like
Don't
to
do that.
just get it out. I mean, I just finished a song called "My Daddy Bought Me a Race Car," which
It's
he
kind
did.
of cool.
But
What
then the
car?
other song was what was it called? Oh. My granddaughter said, "I don't want to use my words, Grandma," because you know how parents are always saying, "Use your words,
Mm-hmm.
use your words."
Yeah.
I don't want to use my words,
Yeah.
so I had to write something about
Yeah.
that. And then my twin said one time,
Wait, this your identical twin?
"Uh huh,
Let's go. That's crazy.
I know a little bit."
I know a lot of twins. You also a twin? Yo, WTF. That's crazy.
I just found out she's a twin today. She's not an identical one, but then my intern was an identical one from last semester, and then I just found out that she is.
Dang.
So
It's
we
what
I,
up,
that's
twin?
my energy. That's my twindom coming through
Let's
me.
go. You know, twin is like a I guess a slang word now. Like
It
a
is.
like it's like what's up, bro? But it's like what's up, twin?
Is that like, hey, you and me, we're friends, or
Yeah, twin.
kind of together?
Yeah.
Okay, well, get those twins out there and start playing. See? Yeah,
Yeah.
if you got to make something like twins be your friends or whatever, be a slang. I wonder even how that started.
Atlanta.
But now, wait till I tell her that. Did you know that? Oh, I'm the only
It's
one
like Gen
again.
Z culture, but it's like black culture too,
What
though.
is it? What? Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That you're good friends, and
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. I invented that.
No, that's us.
No, no. Anyway, so when you get to Athfest this weekend, and this may not air before Athfest, I'm trying to figure that out. Um, what are you gonna do? Who you bringing with you?
Man, you know what's so sad? I ain't even playing Advent.
I thought you were.
No,
Did you play Athfest one other time?
I did like
Oh,
a
maybe I got
couple.
the date wrong.
It was a
Probably.
couple years ago. Yeah,
No, didn't
I
we think he
really,
was playing
I was.
Athfest?
Well, I was gonna be playing not by
No,
myself, but it was
I
gonna
thought
be.
that's what you said. Okay.
I was gonna end up um, playing with a friend, but I don't think it's gonna end up happening.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so sad. Like wish I was able to play Athfest. Athfest is fun. Like
Yes.
it's like
Yes.
it's a showcase for the Athens music community, and that's what's so good about Athfest. That
Yes.
it's a showcase for
Yes.
Athens.
It's our own little South by
It
Southwest,
is for
which,
Athens.
is crazy. And then I used to go to Americana in Nashville
Oh yeah, let's
every
go.
year. But you know, I want to have um a concert for to raise some money for my disease, the reason I got a kidney.
Oh
And I've always wanted to do one.
yeah,
And I've been asking around lately, some of the musicians that I talk to, would they play and stuff like that?
yeah.
And I don't know. And I work with Troy Aubrey a lot.
Right on.
So I'm talking to him maybe. So if we have a concert, dude,
Come on.
you are coming.
I write my number on this little
Okay.
on whatever you need me to
That
write on.
that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So you are going to sing, right?
Yeah.
And you're going to sit here with a guitar, or
I reckon wherever y'all want me to like
we're not going to have you do drums, but
I could do drums too.
you could slap them around. Show us what you got.
Kayla's like, no.
Yeah.
You just set up a room mic.
Yeah,
Just like
she
it's
did.
just
I
for
know.
it's for the purposes of the camera. You just throw the camera over there. I'm like looking at the kid now.
Yeah. You know,
Shit,
maybe they'll let you just slap on it a
I
little
just
bit.
like
But
I like drums. I feel like all my favorite drummers. I have no proper like training or
training or
nothing.
anything.
I don't think I took like one lesson at Guitar Center, and like it. I feel like it's hard for me to like communicate what I need from somebody, and of course it is like when you're the instructor and you're trying to like pick up on what your needs are, but it's like I just like um the best way for me learning for anything is just watching. I'm
Mhm.
learning how to use my words, you know. That's what hair has like actually been. That's kind of the bridge between like music and hair for me. It's like teaching me how to like ask for like what I need. But
I always say ask, believe, and receive.
right on. That's a good
That's gotten
word.
through my life a good bit sometimes.
Yeah.
Just ask for it. You'll get it.
You have not
You have
cause
to
you
believe,
ask
though.
not for real.
You got to believe.
You have not cause you ask not.
Well, if you're going to play a song, what are you going to play?
Well, what do you think I should play, an old one or a newer one?
I want you to play something that not so rockin', but while you're
Yeah,
on. I mean,
it don't want
just
to be no rock
kind of your
stuff.
folkier side, not
Yeah.
necessarily all folk or anything, but um, when you get into your calm side and your folk side of things, and throw in a little bit of country,
Hmm.
I think that's a really good place for you,
Yeah.
especially acoustically.
Me too. That's what I'm
So
going
whatever you got
for.
new, or whatever you want to play that you think
Cool.
is one of your most favorite songs.
Cool. Yeah. I got the perfect one in
Okay,
mind.
what's the name of it?
It's called Silver Lining.
Silver Lining?
Yeah.
Well, I like that
It's
already.
about my mom
Mhm. Yep,
and
Silver
her
Lining.
brother.
And her brother?
Yeah. It's like a conversation between the two of them.
Okay. Well, let's get you on the guitar and then we'll come back.
All right. Heaven only knows what she means to me. A loving mother, a friend indeed. She wears a heart on her sleeves. I only wanna know that love me. She's my silver lining. I need her love in my darkest hour. She's my silver lining. I need her love in my darkest hour. Fire in her bones, since she holds her birthing hand. She shares a favor to unite once again. A loving mother was a friend indeed. The one who taught her love's an endless melody. She's my silver lining. I need her love in the darkest hour.
Okay, well, you're proving your point to me. You're proving your point. So we know what the next moves are. You and I. We'll have to talk.
Okay.
I have to
Oh, look
bring my
at
jersey
that.
out
Look, I see
and talk
that.
to you
You
about
bringing it
stuff.
up.
I
My
gotta.
friend she from Jersey too. She say ma.
Yeah, it is. It is all kinds of stuff I say, but we used. I thought hanging out with the hard guys was going to make me famous.
Come on.
It just didn't. Okay, here's my sheet. So,
So
where do you cut hair?
I cut hair at Washington Square Studio in downtown Athens.
Is it right here?
It's right down the same street.
Off of Tweed?
Located down the street from Tweed.
And you do all kinds of
men's, women, everybody. Even balds, bro.
Oh, do you get his hair?
Most importantly, the balds, bro.
I got such thick hair. I never know what to do with it.
Come on. I mean, yeah.
Now, if somebody want to book you for your music,
yeah,
how do you want them to contact you?
They can hit me up on the Instagram.
You can. I have. Yeah.
If you want to be very professional about it, they can do that too. And it's Toni Hunlo, HUNL0 and then on Instagram you can find me at
HUNLO. And that's an L.
Yeah.
Because it almost looks like a 10.
Well, yeah. Well, that's an L, but the 0 is an actual 0.
Yes.
But the O is.
Yes.
The O of Hunlo is actually.
That's
0.
what I was wondering.
Yeah.
When I saw it.
I should have thought. I should have just did Hunlo, but. Or like with a
It's
O.
fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine. They'll find you. I found you.
And there you go.
So
usually, if I'm doing something, it's like it comes from my email first, so it don't really matter.
And then, so if somebody booked you, say this weekend, you'd have a band put together.
I could, if they're available. They play with other people
but
too.
You play
They
with
busy.
Guys that play all over the place too.
Yeah. Everybody
that's the way Athens
supporting other projects for sure.
Yeah.
But I tell you, they the ones.
Yeah.
They the ones. One of my old employers always was like, man, surround yourself around people who are better than you. And it's like a small saying. It don't really seem like much, but like, it's really true. It's like, I'm the worst person in my band, and I wrote the songs.
Well, that's your job.
Actually. So, yeah.
That's your job. Theirs is to do the other stuff. Well, it really has been a pleasure to meet you.
I
think I could talk to you for.
I
kind of definitely connected.
Yeah.
There, and I let the mother come out and all that stuff, which I don't usually do.
Come on.
But you got to get out there so I can actually hear you live.
Yeah.
Do it.
Will do.
Okay, I'll tell Troy to put you on somewhere.
Tell him.
I will.
Tell him.
I'll smack him upside the head.
You gotta do it.
Come on.
You gotta do it.
Do it.
Come on, for real.
Troy's a good guy. He's a good guy to stick, somebody like you in with other people.
They just put me on Normal Town Music Festival.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was
exactly.
happy about that. So.
Was that fun?
It was fun.
Yeah, I was out of town. I was really mad about that. Well, listen, very, very nice to meet you. I'm so glad. And I really don't know how I missed you through all these years. I've been here since 2014.
It ain't your fault. I've been pretty quiet, so, trying to be louder these days,
Well, that's okay. That's okay. We're going to get you louder. We're going to get you screaming out there.
That's
all
what
right?
we're going to do. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah. It's a pleasure, really.
Yeah.
Well, I just loved my conversation with Toni and cannot wait to be his biggest fan at shows, whether it's with himself or anybody else. He still is working at the barbershop, which is the Washington Square barbershop. He can be booked, and he didn't really give me, yeah, he did give me an email. It was TonyHunlo@gmail. And Instagram is HUNLO. I thank you all for listening to Athcast Music, and share, please, 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 on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Follow me on Instagram. You know the deal. Remember though, if you don't listen, you can't hear. Until next time, this is Marlene Sokol Stewart of Athcast Music, the music of Athens, Georgia, here and now.